Teams will be joining us in just a moment. The flag parade has started just down below us. Several teams have already booked their place in the next round of the competition. Palestine, Uzbekistan, China and Malaysia in addition to these two. Uzbekistan have already confirmed as group winners. But these two teams have been the best two in the group so far. Japan stuttered along a little bit. They haven't really played with the flow and the precision that we normally know the Japanese can play with, but they have achieved 2 wins out of 2, and neither side have conceded a goal as yet. So something will have to give here, you will feel, this evening. Well, the Vietnamese have been well supported throughout their group campaign. Opening victory over Pakistan, followed by a 2-0 win over Nepal a few days ago. There was a break in the football competition yesterday, just the opening ceremony. Already the gold medals have started to flow in the various sports, 40 sports, across this 18th Asian Games. Two teams emerging from the dressing room, then down below it's Vietnam in a change of white again. Japan in their familiar all blue. Vietnam keep up their record of making the round of 16. It's 3 in a row now: 2010, 2014 and 2018. So the national anthems will come first. Japan followed by the national anthem of Vietnam. These Vietnam players have already shown they're a talented squad. Say 5 goals conceded, none scored. Pretty much identical records for these two teams, both seeing off the challenges of Pakistan and Nepal. And once again, for the second match running, the Japanese coach Hajime Moriyasu makes 8 changes to his starting lineup, but it is slightly more reminiscent to the opening game when they successfully saw off Nepal. And the rest of the players on the substitutes bench: Naganuma, Matsumoto, all started the last match. now among the substitutes. There's a changing goal for them as well. Paula Bina-Obi coming in after the injury to their number one goalkeeper in the last match. Lau Fong-hei from Hong Kong is our match referee today. Hong Kong and Thailand providing the assistance. Koji Miyoshi and Nguyen Van Kiet are the two captains. And Vietnam looking to change ends, I think, having won the toss in the first half. And Vietnam also making a few changes to their line today. 5 to the side that beat Nepal in their last match. Ha Don, Van Toon and Van Kiet all return to the starting lineup. And again, the players that drop out of the starting lineup are down on the bench. Available if needed. Just taken over the full Japanese lineup as well. Hajime Moriyasu, after their World Cup exploits, of course. Park Hang-seo is the man in charge of Vietnam. So Vietnam, all in white, will attack the goal away to the right-hand side in the first half. Victory would seal top spot for these teams. If you were to finish in a draw, well, it would come down to potentially fair play and the possibility of maybe even penalty kicks between the two sides as well. A long way to go before we need to think about that. 90 minutes to come in this 18th Asian Games. So Japan get us underway. Looks like Japan going with their usual 3 centre-backs. Early foul given away there by Din Trong. Clumsy free kick to give away in the opening seconds. It's Kamiya that's over the free kick. Tien Dung yet to be beaten in the Vietnam goal. Hatsuze there is the only player in both teams that's in danger of missing the next match if he were to pick up a yellow card, having been booked in the previous match. Plenty of movement now from those blue shirts inside the penalty area. Stabbed away by Duc Chin. Man to watch out for on the Vietnamese lineup is Van Kiet, the number 10. Very, very talented. Scored in the 3-0 win over Pakistan. There's Tatsuta Nahara. First touch for Obi, the goalkeeper. So he came off the bench in the last match. Given away, and Vietnam take an early lead. For the first goal that Japan have conceded. And it's Quang Hai that gets the goal. And it's a mistake by the defenders, a mistake by the goalkeeper trying to play out from the back. It was a poor touch from Kamiya. And a simple finish. And Quang Hai gets the opening goal of the game for Vietnam. Placed beyond the keeper who couldn't get back into position. What a start. Well, just moments after Japan had that free kick at the other end already. Jeremy Moriyasu making some notes, the 49-year-old coach. Kamiya. Hatsuse. Quang Hai can't keep the ball in play. It's a good ball in from Hatsuse, but a bit of pushing from Sugioka. Free kick to Vietnam. And Kiet was the man fouled. Just see the arm across the neck of the captain. Lost out to the UAE in the round of 16 4 years ago, Vietnam. Winner of the group will actually play one of the third place teams from groups B, E or F, depending on how that little league table pans itself out. Here come Vietnam once again looking for a second. It's been a great start for them. Quang Hai. Looping header was comfortable for Obi in the end. And the runner-up in this group will take on Malaysia in the next round. It's been a good pacey start from both these teams. Played forward looking for Maeda, but much too much pace on it. Well, Park Hang-seo there on the right already very animated with his coaching staff. He's coached predominantly in South Korea, priming to take in the job at Vietnam. He was the South Korea under-23s coach for a while. Also Gyeongnam Chunam Dragons as well. Been in charge since mid last year. Kamiya. Maeda. Again, Japan playing out from the back. You think they might have learned their lesson from that early goal conceded, but away by Obi quite comfortably that time. That'll be a foul. Challenged by Doi Mank. Just missed time. Sugioka. Nice ball into the channel for Maeda to chase. Well, just needed a touch, and Dintrong able to concede the corner. Loves to play off the shoulder of the last defender, Maeda. So he can cause a few problems already. Scored in the game against Pakistan when they were 3 up inside 10 minutes. Had a blistering start in that one. It's them that are on the receiving end, though, this time Japan. Endo. Kamiya. We've gone here maybe for Vietnam. Shanghai, the goal scorer. Mitoma, and given away again. Japan giving the ball away somewhat unusually in their own half at the moment. Van Kiet. Doimank. Van Kiet. Chase on for Van Tan down this near side, but just raced ahead of him a little. Both sides playing a similar 5-3-1-1 formation. Seems to be coming a little bit more back into vogue, playing with the 3 centre-backs and getting 2 men out wide. Does lead to some exciting play when adding a little bit of width. So that early goal has put Vietnam in front. Sugioka. Endo. Wide by Doimank. Tatsuta. So a reminder that a win would put Vietnam through as group winners. Japan would finish second. Nepal and Pakistan still with a chance of making it through to the round of 16. They go into the knockout rounds as one of the best third-place teams if there's a positive result in that game. The draw probably wouldn't be enough to send them through, bearing in mind what's happened in the other groups. 6 groups, so only 2 teams will actually miss out on the knockout stages from finishing third. There's Shanghai. Van Tone just pulls out wide. Forward by Van Tan. Van Kiet. Van Hau winning the header. Here's again, went for the low cross, nicely back, Van Kiet! Just wide of the post. Nice build-up play again from Vietnam. Van Hau providing the width down that far side. It was a clever ball in, played it low. And a nice little touchback from Duc Chin. But Van Kiet couldn't keep his shot on target. Just wide of the post. Helped his team Hanoi reach the quarter-finals of the AFC Cup recently. And Nguyen Van Kiet. He's one of the overage players in the Vietnam lineup. Three overage players allowed, predominantly under 23s. Nice play again. Van Tan finding a little bit of space. That's right the way across to Van Toon. A little bit more a cross rather than a shot. Hung Gung floated in again, but too high for the two white shirts in the centre, and comfortably taken by Obi. The Hung Gung Van Kiet. And the man on the substitutes bench who scored in the last match. And Duc are the overage players for Vietnam. No overage players in the Japanese lineup. It is a lineup with the 2020 Olympics very much in mind. A foul on Hatsuze over on that far side. And Van Hau with a bit of a swing out. Maybe a chance for Japan to put the Vietnamese goal under pressure for the first time. Tin Dung hasn't had a shot to save as yet. Souza with the in-swinger. Good punch by the goalkeeper. Hung Dung. Van Kiet. Van Tan. Din Trong. Lost in the final of the AFC Under-23 Championships in January to Uzbekistan. Vietnam, it saw them return home to a hero's welcome. They've continued that good form here in this competition. Still to concede a goal. 16 minutes into their final group game. Hatsuze. It's it back from Miyoshi, the captain. Hara. And Tatsuta. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. defending that one well that time. Still haven't seen anything of an attacking sense for them yet. Maeda and that lone striking role up front. Good turn by Mitoma. Miyoshi. Lost his footing. Maybe a foul by Hara. First yellow card of the game goes to Ricky Hara. Just the second yellow card that Japan have picked up in the whole of the tournament so far. Ryo Hatsuze was the other one. Another chance for Kiet. That's a deflection. Well, they were queuing up there. There was a shot for Van Tan, then Van Kiet. Just for a second, Japan switched off at the back once again. Put it back across his own goal by Hatsuze. Just came off Tatsuta to concede the corner. Swinging corner from Van Kiet. 5 in the 6-yard box. It's a foul on Dintrong. She's just a little over exuberant to try and get the ball back for Japan. Not really going to tackle from that angle, the captain. Kang Hai, the man who scored the opening goal, will take the free kick. Japan trying to hold the line on the edge of their own penalty area. It's too close to the keeper. Had to stretch a little for that one, Obi, but takes it comfortably. Not too many problems for the goalkeeper. These 18th Asian Games officially started last night. The glittering opening ceremony at the main stadium in Jakarta. Simulated volcano eruption and a host of former Indonesian medal winners to complete the torch relay. 484 events in over 40 sports to come over the next 2 weeks. Football competitions culminate on the 1st of September. That's when the gold medals will be awarded. First time 2 cities have co-hosted these games, Jakarta and Palembang. Both these teams will move on after this. They've played all their group games here in Cikarang, but whoever they play in the next round, both of their round of 16 matches will take place in Bekasi. Miyoshi. Good challenge by Sugioki. Good free kick. Japan just struggling to contain Vietnam at times. They're very quick going forward, the Vietnamese. Good attacking pace. Van Hao and Van Tan, the 2 men providing the width. Didn't fare too well at the Southeast Asian Games last year. Vietnam, they finished third in their group behind Thailand and Indonesia and failed to make it through to the knockout stages of that competition. Didn't pick up their first victory in an Asian Games at under-23 level until their sixth match, 2006. They beat Bangladesh comfortably by 5 goals to 1 in Qatar. Still wasn't good enough to get them through, but they have made it through to the round of 16 in the last 2 occasions. Never gone beyond that. North Korea and the UAE knocking them out of the last 2 editions. Can they go one better this time, I wonder? Certainly represents a very good chance for them, the way they've played so far. Sven Kiet. And Tao. Good ball, bit of space here for the goal scorer. Kang Hai gets another corner. Started both the previous 2 matches. Kang Hai made his international debut at senior level last year. 0-0 draw with Jordan. Kang Hai to take the corner. Tried to go for that near post option, but the ball adjudged to have gone out off Doi Mank. ...2010 winners of this competition, Japan in Guangzhou. Beat the UAE in the final. It was a 100% record right through that tournament. Victories over China, Malaysia, Kyrgyzstan, India, Thailand and Iran before the final. Just kept in by Van Toon. Kang Hai trying to find Van Toon again, but just misplaces the pass slightly. Other games in the 6 groups over the next couple of days being played simultaneously, the final group games. Some groups still have plenty to play for. This one just a question of place, really. A little more riding on the other match between Nepal and Pakistan as to see who could try and get 3 points and go into 3rd spot in the group. It's given away by Endo. Kang Hai. Miyoshi. Mitoma. Better from Japan. A little bit of width here for Endo. Maeda in the centre. Tried to get to the byline, might get a second chance here. That's good defending though. Kita Endo from Yokohama Marinos. Played at the Under-20 World Cup last year. Still only 20 years of age. Kita Endo. Maeda. just got out of play as Endo tried to stab it back down the line to Maeda. Haven't been too many clear-cut chances since that opening goal of the game from Kanghai. Referee's only had to give out one yellow card so far. That was to Taruki Hara. Here's Hara. Kamiya. Tatsuta. Sugioka. Tien Dung in the Vietnam goal has had very little to do so far. Came out, got a couple of good punches on the ball early on to relieve some pressure, but apart from that it's been fairly plain sailing for the Vietnam goalkeeper. Endo. Tatsuta. Gets out quite comfortably. Nicely pass looking for Van Tone. Game still gets a little scrappy at times. Japan scraped a 1-0 win against Nepal. It was a 7th-minute goal from Mitoma that put them in front, and they never really built on that. It was always a feeling they had one, maybe two more gears to go through. But Nepal kept them pretty much frustrated during the course of that game. They started like an express train against Pakistan. Iwasaki, Hatate and Maeda all scoring within 10 minutes. And they added another just before half-time, but Pakistan managing to keep them at bay in the second half. They need to show something here to get back into the game. Hara. Tatsuta. And Sugioka. Maeda. Nice touch and turn. Good pace to take him away from Din Trong. Just got the ball caught slightly under his feet. It was a little unfortunate there. He got Mitoma closing through the middle. It was a lovely turn to take him away from Din Trong. Just got the ball caught up there. Doi Mank just standing in his way, not diving in with the challenge. Maeda, though, showing that he can be a threat when he gets the ball to his feet. So very quick playing off the shoulder of the last defender. Came off the bench in the opening game against Nepal. Keeping his place in the starting lineup today. Coming up to 32 minutes played then. That early goal from Vietnam still separating the two sides. Kanghai, after a mistake by Obi, the replacement goalkeeper today. Ryusuke Kojima had started the opening two games, picked up a knock in the last match against Pakistan. Played by Sugioka. Good work ethic around in the Vietnam starting lineup. Park Hang-seo, a man that demands the best from his players. Away by Hara. Fun Hao. That's a good ball across, but the header from Duck Chin goes wide. Hadn't quite got his bearings right. Side up against Van Toon. It's very, very close. Looked level when he went. Very quick. Players these days make life difficult for assistant referees. Keeping their shape well at the moment, Japan. They're not tempted to chase the game just yet. Plenty of time to go, of course. So wide by Din Trong. Good ball, good take as well by Tiendung. Coming right over the top of Miyoshi. Showed a good safe pair of hands on a number of occasions, Tiendung. We've seen a lot of goalkeepers opting to go for that double-fisted punch in this competition, which hasn't always worked out for them. Kang Hai. Vietnam still with a slender lead here in the first half. Inside 10 minutes to go to half time. Van Toon, flag goes up again. He came charging out of his goal. Didn't need to make a challenge in the end. He was close the last time, Van Toon. Just wonder if he was any closer that time to actually being offside. Difficult to tell. Ball had already been played when the camera looked along the line, but we'll go with the benefit of the doubt for the assistant. Hara, Tatsuta. Miyoshi can get a header on it away before Maeda could reach it. Not cleared very far though. Nice little back heel, cleverly done. He's come a long way out of his goal. Pace again from Dukchin. Just about all he could do, really, guide that one across with Tatsuta alongside him. Just lent into him, the defender. It's clever defending. He might just have winded himself. Yugo Tatsuta.
It's okay, thank you, it's okay, thank you.
I think he'll be okay. Tatsuta from Shimazu S-Pulse. Man behind him is goalkeeper Obi. He's still at university there at the Malaysian team. Waiting the winners of this one in the round of 16. So the team that finishes top of the group will play one of the third place teams from groups B, E or F, still to be decided. So certainly would probably be wanting to avoid group winners in the round of 16. Uzbekistan and Malaysia, the only two that are confirmed so far. Vietnam could become the third. They lead here by a goal to nil. Antone, onside this time. Just had a chance to have a little glance up into the penalty area. Driven goalwards by Van Tan. Got by Tatsuta, I think it was, before it reached the goalkeeper. Antone stayed onside that time. Tatsuta got a knee to it. The Vietnam corner as we approach the final moments of the first half. They still lead by a goal to nil. Back by Vian Kiet, that is the goal scorer Kang Hai. Into the side netting. Maybe pulls his hands out the way, knew it was going wide. It's certainly been a first half of very few chances so far. Now the pressure off, of course, both teams knowing they're already through, but you certainly feel that a winning mentality going into a round of 16 would be helpful. I'd say at the moment, Vietnam have yet to concede a goal in the tournament. 2-0 win over Nepal. Before that, a 3-0 victory over Pakistan in their opening game. Hatsuze. Tatsuta. Sugioka. Trying to split the defenders and find Maeda. Good play, stayed on his feet well. Maeda tried to pull the ball back, goes out off Dintrong. It will be a corner. Well, he's the danger man at the moment, Maeda. Seen a couple of times he's used his pace and power. Just needed someone a little bit closer to him. It's good covering by Dintrong. stayed on his feet well. Wins a corner. And we're making a change here before half-time. He's only got an injury problem here with Hung Dung, so it will be Duk Hoi that comes on. What they would have wanted just before half-time, forced into a change, Park Hang-seo. He's offside. I've got some defending to do here as well from the corner. Endo. Obi. That's the man whose goal separates the two sides, Kang Hai, seizing on a error by Obi, the goalkeeper, in the early stages of this final group game. Will it be enough to seal the 3 points? Japan need to just be a little bit more positive in the final third. Maeda has already shown a good touch. I wonder whether coach might be tempted to get an extra striker on in the second half. Maeda forging that lone battle at the moment as the only striker. Let's have Rio Hatate and Ayazi Ueda on the bench, both strikers. Well, what can they do though here on the stroke of half-time? Endo now trying to slip the ball through to Mitoma. Just a little lack of understanding. Mitoma not quite telegraphing the pass. Into stoppage time at the end of the first half. And Tones offside again. Bent round the last defender by Van Tan. Well offside that time. Maybe a hint of handball as well as he brought that one under control. Well, the referee brings the first half to a close. A half that started exceptionally well for Vietnam. Both these sides are already qualified, don't forget. Just a question of who will finish top of the group. Kang Hai seizing on a mistake from Obi, the goalkeeper, to fire into the bottom corner. Obi tried his best to get back, couldn't keep the shot out. And as a result, Vietnam had the opening goal of the game. They're yet to concede a goal. Japan will have to breach that defence if they are to try and take something from this game in the second half. As it stands at the moment, Vietnam going through as group winners. place teams. That to be decided, of course. The runner-up in the group will take on Malaysia, who are here watching on. Japan are making a change in half-time. Karu Mitoma has gone off. And coming on, Yuto Iwasaki, one of the squad at the under-17, under-20 World Cup rather, in 2017. 7 of these players played in that tournament in South Korea. And of course, let's not forget the Japanese coach, Jeremy Moriyasu, who's just been promoted to the coach of the first team after the stepping down of Akira Nishino after the Russian World Cup. He has plenty of experience. Japan very nearly beat Colombia, took them all the way in the round of 16 in Russia. So second half underway. It's Japan all in blue, kicking from left to right. Vietnam have shown that they're a very well organised team after their runner-up finish in the AFC Under-23 Championships in January. Chin. Van Kiet. Positive start as it was in the first half for Vietnam. Did make a change in that first half. Duc Hoi there coming on late on in the half. Japan, as you saw a moment or so ago, starting the second half with this man on the field, Iwasaki. Late challenge, free kick to Japan. Referees handle the game pretty well so far. Just that one yellow card in the first half for Teruki Hara. Foul penalised that time, the challenge on Miyoshi. There needs a good delivery this from Hatsuze. Try and get his side back into the match. Could be awkward for the goalkeeper if this comes through with a little bit of pace on it. Tien Dung. Went for goal. It was headed out away from in front of the goalkeeper by Doi Mank. It'll be a corner. See Tatsuta there providing an aerial presence. Maeda has been a threat all through the game for Japan without really creating too many clear-cut chances. Suso with a corner. Deep one to the back, aim towards Sugioka. Watanabe, good ball in, and it was Hara getting up the highest, one of the 3 central defenders, but couldn't get any real power on the header. Bounced up kind of for the goalkeeper. Japan actually made a double change at half-time. They brought on Matsumoto as well, which we didn't see. He was Saki, the other player, to come on. And Mitoma was the other player that went off. Mitoma and Hara, two players going off, so reverting more to a 4 at the back in the second half. Japan in a bid to try and get back into the match. See Hatsuse dropping in at full-back now, challenged by Iwasaki. Sugioka. Maeda, no pair on the shot. Well, Matsumoto already having an impact. Nice ball forward. Maeda on the turn though. Comfortable for Tiendung. Maeda. Plenty of blue shirts forward here for Japan. It's just deflected in behind Miyoshi. Just going back to those substitutions, it looks like it might be Endo that's gone off. We'll confirm the substitutions in a moment. Hara, number 7, is definitely still on the field. There he is. There's the goal that came very early on. Kang Hai seizing on the error, the ball out. Just a little bit too much pace on it for Kamiya from the goalkeeper. Couldn't bring the ball under control, and that's a fairly simple finish in the end from Kang Hai. So the reaction from Park Hang-seo, man that was awarded the Labour Medal for his efforts at the AFC Under-23 Championships, came back as something of a hero. Thousands of people out in the streets celebrating. Sure they'll get the same kind of reception if they have another good performance here over the next couple of weeks. We're already through to the round of 16. Hara. Tatsuta. There's Watanabe. Miyoshi. Just crowded out by two white Vietnamese defenders. Van Kiet continues to lead Vietnam impressively, the number 10. In addition to that win in Guangzhou in 2010, Japan were runners-up in 2002 in Busan. Out in the quarter-finals 4 years ago in Incheon, beaten by South Korea. South Korea went on to win the gold medal, of course, in their own country, beating North Korea in the final. There's a foul on Sugioka. As we said earlier, it is a very young Japan side, one of the youngest in the tournament. Kojimi Moriyasu given the job of trying to mould the side for the 2020 Olympics, which will be held in Tokyo in 2 years' time. And these players will all still be eligible for that, under 23 again, of course. When you consider they haven't got an overage player, and most of Vietnam's creativeness has come from their overage men, and it's a pretty impressive performance so far. Still trying to get themselves back into the game, though. That's Suze again with the free kick. Oh, it's headed back across goal by Hara. Hooked away by Van Tan. And then fired high over the top by Kumia. And it's Hara with the initial header, headed back across goal. Van Tone hammered it away. Couldn't quite get the direction he needed to find that top corner. The goalkeeper had committed himself. Vietnamese change. Van Tone, the man whose clearance it was a moment or so ago, is the man coming off. And Kong Foong is the man coming on. So a second change made by Park Hang-seo. Both teams have one substitution left available to them if they so desire. Still 1-0 to Vietnam. Hara. Tatsuta. Sugioka. Tatsuta. Tatsuze. Nicely done by Obi. Resisted the temptation to clear it long. Finds Sugioka. Not such a great clearance from him, though. Now here come Vietnam looking to extend their advantage. Good header, Tatsuta. Matsumoto. Tatsuta, just caught by the substitute, Kong Foong. And just a clip of the ankles. Sugioka's throw. Endo. Trying to create a shooting chance. Matsumoto. Tatsuta. Driven long again, looking for Hatsuze. Just overhit though. Miyoshi. And Japan claiming that should be their throw, but Vietnam will happily claim it and slow things down to their own pace at the moment. Miyoshi. A heavy challenge on Vun Hao. He just went straight over the top of the ball, I think, just trying to clear it. Caught the knee quite painfully of Vun Hao. You see Hajime Moriyasu down on the sidelines. Be interested to see now that he has got the full Japanese job whether they keep him on at the under-23 role. It's a role last occupied some 20 years ago by Philippe Trousier, the Frenchman, who looked after trying to get a side into the Olympics and to do well in the World Cup. In-house shot hit Matsumoto. Van Hiet. Endo. Tatsuta for Japan. Still trailing by a goal to nil. It's overhit. Maeda will chase onto it all the same. And the flag's just gone up for offside anyway against the Japanese striker, Dezen Maeda. And just went a fraction too early. Just kicking the ball back to Tian Jung, the goalkeeper, saying it should be a little bit further back than that. I think the referee agrees with him, and they'll reach a happy compromise. So both teams will relocate to Benghazi after this. The winners will play the winners of the group will play whichever third place team they meet on Wednesday, while the runners-up play Malaysia on Thursday. So a couple of days off after this. Hara. Hatsuze. Lovely ball. Oh, just bounced away from Iwasaki. I don't think Tian Hung, who's got the ball now, the goalkeeper's had a serious save to make in the game so far. His defenders have kept Japan very quiet in front of him. Maeda's shown a couple of brief glimpses of pace that might cause some problems. Sugioka. Matsumoto. Appeals for offside, not given though. That's good covering from Din Trong. Hara. Just the wrong side of the crossbar onto the roof of the net. Just stood that one in, Endo, but just came off the outside of the boot slightly, hence couldn't get the right angle on the cross. First gold medals have been awarded in the Asian Games today. A couple already for China. Who will be taking gold in the football, I wonder? That's a trip by Maeda. That's clumsy. Good ball down the line. Miyoshi was trying to feed it down the line. And just clipped the heels of Doimank. The football competition into its second week, of course, due to the amount of fixtures. Basketball, handball, water polo all began before the opening ceremony last night. The main bulk of sports starting to get underway today. Over 40 different sports in the Asian Games. Got those two demonstration sports as well for the first time. Esports, which is electronic gaming, and canoe polo. Esports is expected to medal in 2022. Japan still trying to get themselves back on level terms. Away by Doimank. Hara. Matsumoto. Double change at half-time hasn't really given Japan the kickstart they would have liked in this second half. Matsumoto has been reasonably impressive in previous matches when he's appeared. Started both the opening two games. And by Iwasaki. Endo. Trying to find Hattuze, but misplaced again. It's just about sums up Japan's afternoon so far. I think they've managed a single shot on target as yet. A couple of times they've found some space with headers which have gone back across goal. Park Hang-seo and his coaching staff still making sure their side stand firm at the back. Will be some record if they can go into the round of 16 having not conceded a goal. It's Tatsuta. Matsumoto. Vietnam supporters continuing to make plenty of noise as they have done throughout all their group matches. Hara. Tatsuta. Flipped by Miyoshi, but trying to be a little bit too clever. Comfortably tidied up by Tianzong. Maeda on the chase again, but not for the first time, too close to the goalkeeper. Watanabe just over hitting that ball forward. Another good shot, good save, Tianzong. First time he's been called into action. Kita Endo with a sharp turn away from the defender. Kept the shot low, goalkeeper had to get down sharply and did make the save. Much better from Japan though going forward. Corner from Hatsuze. Away by Tianzum. Inside the final 20 minutes of this final Group D match. Vietnam just about hanging on to their slender lead at the moment, giving them after just a couple of minutes from Kang Hai. Endo. Tatsuta. Hatsuze. It's another corner. So under a little bit of pressure at the moment, Vietnam. Just their substitutes warming up behind the goal. Just one more change available to Park Hang-seo, having made a couple already. Corner's been taken short this time. Hatsuze. Slightly better angle for the cross for Iwasaki. It's a good ball in as well. Tatsuta was arriving, but excessive use of the arm from the big central defender. So a free kick goes to Vietnam. Foul on Vun Hao. Foul on Maeda. It's a little bit of pushing and shoving. Doi Mank was involved. It was his foul on Maeda. There was a little bit of a follow-up challenge as well from Duc Hoi. That was well played by Sugioka. Still doesn't manage to keep hold of possession though. Vietnam coming forward again. Obi will come off his line. Phong Phuong just too far behind it. And Sugioka. Banquet. Seen plenty of the ball in the second half, Japan, but still haven't come up with that key to unlock this Vietnamese defence as yet. Doi Mank has performed well, as has these other two central defenders, Din Trong and Tianzum. Miyoshi. Away by Doi Mank. Hara. Hatsuze. Sugioka needs a quality ball in. That's a good header away. Stooped really low for that one. Din Trong, and now a break on for Vietnam. Kang Hai. Just out of the reach of Vun Hao. Maeda on the chase, showing his pace once again, getting in behind Dunchuang, but he's done well. Did really well there, the defender. Duk Hoi. Daimank. Van Tan. Matsumoto. Katsuze. Sugioka. Iwasaki. Continuing to play the ball around with a little bit of pace and quality, Japan, but it's when it gets into the final third that's when they're really struggling to find some space. You see the white shirts back behind the ball. Miyoshi's ball in towards Maeda. Watanabe. Hara. Final change coming up for Vietnam. I don't think it's number 1 that's coming off. The board might be playing up there slightly, but certainly the man coming on is Van Duk. Still very warm temperatures here. Japan coming across to take on some water while there's a injury to Kang Hai. Well, I think it is Kang Hai, the man that's coming off. Just saw the symbol there from the trainer. He's the man who got that early goal. Mistake by Obi, the goalkeeper. Swiveled his body and just played it back across Obi. He knew that he wouldn't be able to reach it because of how far out of position he was, and a fantastic reaction from Park Hang-seo. The goal scorer, it appears his day is over. So Van Duk is on. As you probably just saw as well, Japan are going to make another change. Ayazi Ueda is going to come on, one of the 2 strikers on the bench. That will be their final change as well when he finally gets on. Given away to Van Kiet. Van Tan. Kong Foon. Katsuze. Iwasaki, play through, Maeda! Flags up, it won't count. Vietnam saved by the assistant on this near side. It was good build-up again from Japan. Maeda looking again to get off the left. He was coming back, as you see, from an offside position. Good decision by the officials. And that could, well, it is Maeda's last action of the game as well, because he's now going off to be replaced by the man from Hosei University, Ayase Ueda, 19 years of age. One appearance in the previous 2 matches for Ueda. He comes on as a straight swap. He's got less than 10 minutes to try and get his side an equaliser. Shot took a deflection. Obi pushes it wide. Well, nicely into the path of Van Dijk, the substitute. Taken by Obi, good take as well. So Vietnam still leading by a goal to 0. Going through as group winners as it stands. Watanabe. And towards Ueda, comfortably taken by Tien Dung. There is the possibility, by the way, that we could have a penalty shootout between these two if Japan were to get an equaliser. The criteria would be the same if it was to finish 1-1. So they'd have the same number of points. A draw means neither side comes out on top against the other. Goal difference would be the same. Goals scored would be the same. Make for an exciting finale. Japan have got 8 minutes to try and get that goal. If not, it is Vietnam that are going through as group winners. Incidentally, the fair play points come in only if it was level between 2 teams that aren't playing each other, because obviously then they couldn't take the penalty kicks against each other. So fair play comes in. Yellow and red cards you all get minus figures for. The fair play at the moment, by the way, if it were to go, if it had been down to fair play, then Vietnam would have gone through anyway, because Japan have picked up 2 yellow cards. Vietnam have yet to pick up a booking in the match, or in the tournament rather. I think Vietnam will return the ball to Japan. Indeed they do, through Van Kiep. Hara. Clearance hits Miyoshi. Tatsuta. Sugioka. Bounces up awkwardly, that one for Tienzum. Matsumoto. Out wide to Sugioka. Header away again. Nicely done by Van Kiet. Tatsuta just lost his footing slightly. Has a bit of a tussle with Duck Chin. No foul. Miyoshi. Hatsuze. Good defending by Van Duk, who has got his body across in front of Hatsuze. I'm sure whichever team plays Vietnam in the round of 16 won't be looking forward to it. They've been very well organised here throughout this tournament. So yet to concede a goal. Looks like it could be another clean sheet for Tien Dung as well today. Those three central defenders in front of him, Doi Mak, Din Trong and Tien Zum, have performed exceptionally well again. Japan maybe just missing the addition of an overage player. As you said, it is a very young side, but something to mould a side for 2 years' time. Anything they can get from this, I'm sure, will be seen as a bonus by Hajime Moriyasu. Lovely ball over the top. Obi came, changed his mind, and eventually made the right decision. Duck Chin couldn't get the elevation on the ball to chip it over the goalkeeper, who's a big, imposing figure. Obi had to stretch anyway. Tatsuta was the man chasing back. Miyoshi. Slight hesitation before Tien Zum cleared away. Kung Fu. Hammered away by Vun Hao. Iwasaki. Watanabe. Nahara. Hatsuze. Good ball forward. Oh, it's another shot just wide. Van Duk couldn't hit the target. Well, just for a second, Japan opened up and let Vietnam get a good sighted goal, and a second goal would surely have put it beyond the Japanese. Tatsuta didn't quite get close enough, but the shot pulled wide of Obi's post. It's the second time they pulled a shot across the face of goal. Approaching the final minutes of the 90. Vietnam edging closer to maintaining their 100% record and going through as group winners. Natsumoto. Hara. Nice ball forward. Here's a chance. Round the keeper. Oh, can't get the shot on target. Ueda. What a chance for Japan. In the final seconds of the 90, a smile from the coach. Clearest chance of the game so far. The flag stayed down. Ueda went round the keeper, but there was too much pace on the touch and couldn't guide it towards goal. And that could well have been a goal that took us to penalties. Came on to replace Maeda, but Azi Ueda can't make himself a hero in Japanese eyes with the equalising goal. So we're into 4 minutes added time. I'll not give you this one up just yet. Dintron with a header. Van Tan hammers the ball up to halfway. Only as far as Hara. Hatsuze. Japan getting plenty of players forward. Miyoshi. No height or elevation on that ball forward. Hara. Hatsuze. Hara. Tatsuta. Nicely done, good footwork. Was there a trip on the edge of the area by Iwasaki rather? He was quickly back to his feet. It just for a second looked like it might open up once again for Japan. Iwasaki just there, just tripped over his own feet, no appeals. Straight back on his feet, just evaded that outstretched leg of Vun Hao. Well, credit to Japan in these latter stages. They've put plenty of pressure on Vietnam, but Vietnam have soaked it up like a sponge, and they have just a couple more minutes to hang on. Tianzum. Vun Hao. Van Dijk, nicely played forward. Kung Fu forced to check back. Still with a chance. Fine defending in the end. Just when Japan were committing men forward, Vietnam looking to try and seize an advantage. Malaysia, China and Uzbekistan are the only other teams with 100% records so far. They all have one more game to play. Park Hang-seo returns to his bench. This could be the moment where Vietnam can just run the seconds off the clock. Kung Fu turns inside Sugioka. Challenge from Matsumoto. Away by Tianzum. Well, despite the fact the goal came early, it's been a fascinating battle between these two, the two unbeaten sides in the group. Ueda, one last chance maybe. Try the clever little back heel, but it is Vietnam that keep up their 100% record to win Group D and go through to the round of 16 with some momentum behind them. They await their opponents. It'll be one of the teams that finishes in third place from Groups B, E or F. Japan are also through, of course, but they know they'll play Malaysia now in the round of 16, and that will be another tough game for Hajime Moriyasu's side. That goal coming very early on in the game, but in the end it turned out to be the goal that settled the points in this one. Kang Hai seizing on that opportunity from Obi the goalkeeper, the mistake from Obi the goalkeeper. Japan have given their all. It wasn't quite enough in the end. But as we say, they're already through, so we will see them again in the round of 16. That early goal then, after 3 minutes the difference, the full-time score, Japan 0, Vietnam 1. And once again, that band of Vietnamese fans over on the far side have been in great voice again to get right behind their team. The players rather going over to acknowledge their input, and I'm sure they'll be here in numbers once again, or in Benghazi rather, which is where the two teams will go next to play their respective round of 16 matches on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. And they've given their all, as we say. Japan looking a very tired side at the moment, but the euphoria of 3 wins out of 3 has very much kept Vietnam firing on all cylinders. And as I say, the only other 3 teams, Malaysia, Uzbekistan and China, with a chance of going through with 100% records. They have one more group game to play. Synonymous with Iceland at the World Cup in Russia. A thunderclap from Vietnam.